My hesitancy is just that I was never intending to offer a theory of human culture. That would have been presumptuous coming from a biologist. What I was trying to do at the end of The Selfish Gene was to downplay the importance of the gene as the only unit of natural selection. The whole of the rest of the book emphasized the gene as the unit of natural selection because genes do have certain very important properties, namely high fidelity self-replication and a powerful influence over the world, which affects their own probability of being replicated, namely through phenotypes. And so in ordinary biology, you cannot do Darwinian theory without talking about genes. However, a generalization of Darwinian theory, such as might take it to other planets, for example, would look for any kind of self-replicating information which had those same properties of high fidelity, coupled with the ability to exert power over the probability of self-replication. And I speculated that on other planets, if there is life, it will be Darwinian life, but it probably won't be DNA-based life. It'll probably be some other kind of self-replicating coded information. And then I suggested, to make it easy to understand, maybe we don't need to go to other planets. Maybe we've got one staring us in the face on this planet. And that was where memes came from. Maybe the sort of soup of human culture, which is all our brains interacting with each other and passing information, when we copy, when we imitate, when information flows from one brain to another, is it possible to identify units of information being transferred which have high fidelity and which perhaps have power over their probability of, in this case, being imitated, and I think they are. I mean, I mentioned things like tunes that people whistle in the street and that other people pick up. You catch it like a virus, and you hear this damn tune and it goes around in your head and you can't get rid of it. And so you whistle it and somebody else hears it and he whistles it and somebody else hears it and whistles it, and it will spread through a whole lot of people. And the same could be true of all kinds of things, clothes, fashions, not just in humans. I mean, habits. Great tits in England, when we had milk bottles delivered on doorsteps, learned, individual genius great tits and blue tits, learned to open the milk bottles, and then others watched them and imitated, and it spread literally like an epidemic. You could actually trace this habit, non-genetic, entirely non-genetic, spreading like an epidemic, like a measles epidemic, around the country through various focal points. Natural selection theoretically could work on replicators of that kind. And in that case, we would have memetic selection, memetic evolution.